Welcome back, everyone. We are here for round 4 of the ozfortress State v State Cup. I am still Michael. I am still joined by Xander, and we have a hell of a game here for round 4.
Yeah, we are bringing you South Australia versus Western Australia, the cast of the states that are so far away that they don't matter.
That's pretty
very
hurtful.
East Coast. No, what coast am I? Yeah, East Coast sentiment right there. I should guess that from the one that's called Western Australia. But yeah, we're nearly getting all the players in the server right now, and this map is going to be on CP Gully Wash here. We've seen both of these teams play before tonight, and I'm really excited to see how they match up against each other. How do you reckon this game's going to go, Michael?
Oh, this game. I mean, look, it's Gully Wash, right? I don't think there is a class that can do bad on this map. So I'm really excited to see what Paulson can do. I think he's been playing a bit of Shotgun Pocket tonight. So I want to see what he can do, just kind of beasting his way through those doorways. I want to see what Moop's going to be able to do on those rollouts and how he's going to match against Nexus. But I also want to see how the scouts are going to be able to perform, because I feel like on Gully Wash there's such a nuance to how you can play scouts on this map. There's so many different ways, different angles and height, and just there's so much that you can do that I don't know. I think we could see all 4 scouts on the server do completely different things, and they could all be doing well.
Yeah, I think the most interesting matchup for me is definitely Nexus versus Moop here, because I think Nexus does really, really well when the other team isn't pressuring him hard, whereas Moop can kind of shine through just because of his experience. He knows what to do when he's getting pressured and how to like counter that. And I'm expecting Nexus to get pressured pretty hard here in comparison to what we saw on the Snakewater game, where he was jumping into the other enemy's choke and just sticking the other demo before he got there. Moop is definitely gonna show him how it's done on this map, I think. I don't know. I'm keen to see Doge and Yachty again to see if they can get their coordination up a bit better and see if their soldier bombs can actually do something. But I think that Paulson Arnold have the upper hand on this one, just because Paulson's experience showing through again will help his team show out on this. Plus, I think the insects on the WA team are a little bit higher than the insects on the other team. Although, again, if Deft is activated and Dork has an on game, I think this could go either way, to be honest.
Yeah, I think so. And one thing we should point out before we do get started, this is an elimination game. So at this point, Victoria has cemented themselves as first seed. No one will be able to contest them. Queensland and New South Wales are playing in the second, third game. I believe the winner of that will get second, lose or third. It's going to depend how tiebreakers play out. But these teams are 4th and 5th right now, tied for it. The winner will take the 4th spot. And in this little cup, it's top 4 that make it to playoffs. So the loser of this game will be eliminated. It will be their last game, and they both got a lot to play for. They've got to play for their game tomorrow, pretty much.
Yeah, there's some tensions running high in chat right now as well. I think they're feeling it a little bit here. But yeah, as you say, this playoff does mean. I don't know if it's a lower bracket, upper bracket kind of situation, or if it is literally just a semi-final, then a grand final tomorrow. Do you know?
I'm pretty sure from what the schedule is, I believe it's just semi-final starts at 7 and then the grand final after that. So it's single elimination.
Cool. Yeah, so whoever's second and first and second rather are into the grand final, and whoever is third and fourth go into the consolation final. So this is the fight for who gets to play tomorrow, I guess.
This is, so I believe I don't know exactly what the bracket is, but the winner of this game will probably end up being 4th, and I would imagine end up playing Victoria. So
that's rough.
Yeah, they'll have a day to prepare.
Surely, if it's a third, fourth place game, they'll fight.
No. So it's the semi-finals into the grand final. So the winner of the semi-finals will play each other in the grand final. So I imagine.
Sure. I'm not sure if okay. So, I'll just trust you on that one.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure, but it's not a double elimination bracket, so I imagine it's first versus 4th, and then second versus 3rd, and then the winner of those two go to the grand final. That's typically how it's done.
Sure, and I do think We have a ready up here, and we do head live onto our first mid of the elimination round of our state versus state cup. Who are you going to watch on this mid, Michael?
I want to watch Nexus. I want to see, like, we saw him get pretty wild in that last game. I want to see if he's going to try and carry that same spirit forward, as Moop is going to beat him to mid quite a lot, and Yachty's going to pressure him back really far. He'll lose his life for it, but Nexus can't pressure.
From Yachty. That's what I was worried about coming from the soldiers here, is that they're not coordinated. There's actually a nice pipe from Moop, and that is actually 2 soldiers down on the side of the Western Australia team. Connor loses his life too. Some nice pipes coming in. Looks like Western Australia fighting for their lives right now. Sean is forced to back out, as it looks like the demo man is stuck underneath the point. That is actually the first mid going the way of South Australia.
Yeah, and I think kind of, you know, Yachty, what he did there at the start really looked like a feat, but he did a lot of damage on the Nexus, and Nexus had already taken that pack. That took heals away from the rest of the Western Australian team that had to be put into Nexus. And in that meantime, South Australia just did a really good job at slowly, methodically walking across the point, doing the damage so that Western Australia had to end up leaving.
Yeah, indeed, and we do see this second point being played now. Paulson in onto this second point, hitting some actually nice rockets. Arnold following him up as well, but he does lose the duel to Dork in Big Door. But the other soldier does die too. Doge is taken down really, really low. Oh, nice pipe from Nexus. And Skaz gets forced as well. Sean still on 100% Uber. Actually uses 2. I'm not quite sure why he used there. Maybe to save a player? And it does look like the Nexus demo man is trying to get through. There's a nice pipe that he lands on Moop, and Arnold is doing his best. Nice arrow from Sean to keep Arnold in that fight, but they're ultimately forced to back down as they're down both insects, and they can't really get too much out here. Paulson jumping forward, cleans up a low health player as he goes through. Oh, and this fight is actually coming both directions at them from the upper area. The medic may get caught. Skaz jumping around for his life, but Dork is in behind. Dork is seeing if he can get Sean. He does get Sean. That's immense. And he gets the demo man behind.
Oh,
and Dork is just going to cap last. This is immense play from Dork. He gets it. That is long-brained from Dork. And as I say, if Dork has an on-game, I think this is anyone's game right now. 0 points from both soldiers on the other team right now. That's pretty rough.
But I think, honestly, I mean, you know, 0 points on both soldiers. I think Yachty in particular kind of brought them that round with the mid alone. Just really put the momentum in the favor of South Australia. As you're going to see Yachty actually sitting under drop down here as both demos are spamming out, but Skaz dies so early to the spam of Nexus. As Yachty's going to have to go for a bit more than Nexus to kind of level this out, but Nexus will die to Deft. Sean going to get caught by Deft as well, as it's going to be Connor and Liam versus Deft and... yeah, Connor and Liam, Deft and Doge. But Yachty's going to spawn again, come back in the
jumping in, but that is a fat rocket from Doge. That is an immense rocket. Connor actually wins the 1v1 against Def, but Doge has got a health pack and is going to fight this. The insect is walking forward right now, and the rockets from Paulson force him as well. But these directs, absolutely huge from Doge. Doge is so good, man. He cleans it up.
Oh, he does so much damage on the Nexus as well, and that's going to make so much space for Yachty to bomb in behind him. And Nexus is still so low in that baby door area, and they may just look at bringing this through, but they need to finish capping this first.
Yeah, and they do actually manage to cap this out, and they fighting this. Dork is actually in behind Arnold, and he gets some nice shots off onto him, forcing the retreat from him up the top here. And now we do see the spam coming out as Dork is starting to play the point. Deft's taken down quite low, waiting for the arrow from his medic by the side of the point there, and it looks like Sean has backed out. I'm not sure if they realize quite how much ad they have right now. They could catch the medic, but it looks like they're just going to play it safe right now and hold their own last. While these Ubers even up.
Yeah, I think it's, I don't know, I think they could have tried to play something a little bit more aggressive. Surely they knew they had some ad, even just to, like, not hold lobby aggressively and then back out and give it to them. I think they have so little information, and Connor and Dork are actually fighting under the point, and Dork won that, but he's just going to toy with them. He's not going to go to the point at all. He'll end up leaving through River. As yeah, Doge did go down a little bit before.
Does clean him up though. That was a really nice jump from him, as the soldiers are spamming themselves out into this top lobby area. The other soldier forced to jump back. That's Yachty? Yeah, jumping back here. And Arnold is taking the space here as they're just taking a spam duel, and Deft actually wins against Paulson in the upper area. Does actually lose to a trap to Nexus as well. And we do have one player down on each team as Yachty is kind of spamming them out right now from the top point. And Doge is actually sniping right now.
Oh, I didn't notice that until now. I want to see what happens here. Although they might know. Okay, no.
I think they do know he did peek through main and take a shot.
Okay, right. But we've got the Paulson spy, which...
oh, no.
Oh, I mean, it could be so good, but it could also be so bad.
I think he's successfully got behind, although Yachty is spamming for it. I don't know if they saw the shutter open. He's opted to go way behind right now, and they are actually just spamming this out, trying to make space for their sniper. Sean playing so safe behind, not healing his team, actually. He's playing so safe.
Yeah, but I think it's...
Paulson
oh, no!
Paulson
No!
is in such a good spot. Oh, Paulson gets Skaz. That's big.
And Skaz was just holding the shutter open for him as well. He was too far back.
The stickies are now up onto this shutter area, but this has reset it to 100% add. Dork dies as well to Arnold in the lower area. Looks like they're going to push this one out pretty much for free. Looks like... no, the soldier changes his mind. Was trying to get into a meme location. This trap has been spotted out and cleared. Sean can now walk through, but Deft is in behind.
Okay, the soldier's in last. No, okay, Deft realizes he probably can't go for it, but he'll go through. He will kill Nexus before the Uber can get off of him.
Yeah, they trade. Sean does use as well, which is really, really good for the South Australia team as they flood in through this big door area. Doge still sniping, actually. He's not managed to die.
Oh, and Yachty, really big kill there onto Sean, and yeah, Doge will clean up onto Liam as well. You got Connor hiding up top, Arnold will back to Nexus and lobby, but this is going to be 70% Uber and a little bit more by the time that Sean does spawn, so...
Yeah, there was a little bit of a delay on the cap. Connor tried to do that. He unfortunately didn't get anything and just gives himself quite a late death as we are seeing this reset onto last with Skaz just coming up onto his full Uber, but they are stuck with Doge sniping. Looks like he's going to try to sack in and die beforehand. Oh, but they do come in. Liam on the Pyro does get cleaned up, and Deft is coming up with this Uber, cleaning up everyone, all standing on the point. Paulson gets body shot down, and that is 2 up on the side of South Australia. These scouts coming in really big for South Australia right now.
Deft and Dork just playing the better game at this point, right? Like, they're playing the point more effectively. They're cleaning this up post-fight. It's, I don't know, man. Like, what? I don't know. It's just... we're not seeing the Western Australia that we've seen previously, but Arnold wants to change that. He's gone quick into the enemy drop down, but there's no one there to meet him right now. But Dork,
he's being met by Dork right now, and that's getting him shut down almost completely. Does he have to... oh, that's a big bomb in from him. He does get a lot of damage out. Does die for it, though. Looks like this is the first mid. We're going to see a solid chance for Western Australia to win. They are playing around their medic really, really well right now. Skaz forced to backing with Dork right now. That was a really nice bomb in from Arnold.
Dork's gone under the point. I wonder if Connor knows. These two do play with each other, and I don't think Connor saw it, but him just getting a bit antsy, going around the point, it'll save him for now.
Yeah, he's coming in behind. Looks like he's going to see if he can take a duel on this second. No,
he's going to let him cap. He doesn't want to send on the point. Connor hasn't seen him yet, but Arnold sees it.
Oh no, bad luck, Dork. Doesn't pay out for him. He had the timing and everything. Unfortunately, beefed a couple of shots in the heat of the moment there. We do see the even Uber onto last. Dork is down. They're going to send a sack on that, hopefully. It looks like Connor just feeds there. I guess that was his attempt at a sack. We do see Doge going in for something a little cheeky here, taken down super, super low, does manage to live. And Paulson is just spamming this main area as well, seeing if he can stop Doge from pushing out another door. But both of these players are up right now, no off classes right now, and we are just seeing a reset with these even Ubers.
Yeah, no off classes coming out from either team just yet. As what we've got Connor going under with Arnold trying to bait the play, but Connor, he'll just sack. Arnold trying to make a play on to Skaz, but gets a splash rocket and nothing else. As you might see South Australia, instead of sacking, they might just try and push this out as Western Australia, I know, they're torn here. They don't want to back out just yet.
They use first.
And they're going to stay in.
Yeah, this is a use to save the demo man and the scout there rather, and Liam is pushing in, but he's going to walk into quite a few stickies. Skaz doesn't die after all of that. Paulson being really, really far forward as well. Moop gets killed behind.
I think that's going to be
really
the push.
bad.
But they're all going through the same door. They've still got soldiers, Western Australia. You can't walk through a small door like that.
Doge farming. Skaz, unfortunately, not under any danger from Connor there either. And this is their push out as well, as it's just Sean and Liam alive.
Yeah, and even then, Liam coming up as a spawner, Sean just having to meet him and go up his own side, as they'll get 5 players up with the forward spawn. Connor will get back spawned, as you've got Arnold sitting in the forwards watching Big Door. I don't know if Doge saw him. He peeked a little bit, but I'm not sure if he went far enough. Arnold's going to stay in the forward spawn, stay on sniper.
Yeah, it is pretty much even Ubers here, so we'll see if they do decide to make a more than just a sack play into this point. But it does seem to just be spam being exchanged, as these Ubers do hit 100% on both teams, Michael.
Yeah, and Arnold actually, he commits outside of spawn. He's walking up there committing to the sniper. I don't think we're going to see a sack out of Western Australia. And depending on where South Australia go, yeah, they're going to try and avoid the snipers. They do know he's there now. I don't know, Connor, he's really caught out here, unable to get the heals. Oh, really good arrow.
Oh, nice shot from Arnold as well, cleaning it up. And it looks like Yachty, I know he does die. He nearly got a lot of damage out there for free, but the Ubers are now traded in the big door area. Doge jumping behind, seeing if he can get Liam. Sean actually forced to flash a couple of times, but the flash is coming in from both teams. Nice rockets from Paulson and a nice headshot from Arnold to clean that up. And that's 3 down with 2 really late spawns on the side of South Australia. This is a really, really good opportunity for Western Australia to push last year.
Yeah, and Arnold, not the likely sniper you would think of. I mean, Connor and Liam both kind of making their names on sniper, but oh my god, another really good shot from Arnold. He will get taken down by Yachty, but I know this is looking pretty good. Nexus sticking off the point for Connor. Connor hitting really good shots, but Yachty coming in for a really clean frag onto him.
It's just Sean. Sean's going to have to run from his life. Doge is going to chase hard. I wouldn't be surprised if Sean doesn't live here. Oh, he juggles straight up. That's unfortunate. Doge hits those really easy juggle shots, and he manages to spam out Paulson from the corner as well. Doge is carrying really hard right now for South Australia.
He's popping off. I'm excited to see him play next season. I think, from what I've heard, he might be playing Soldier, so he's been putting a bit of practice in. But Skaz getting knocked up pretty damn low, 70 health. He'll go get a pack and reunite with his team. They've got about 20% ad here. I don't know if they'll push off of it, but Arnold, he's getting ready for something, hiding in a little sneaky corner as he does.
Yeah, I mean, they should know that they have ads, seeing as Sean only just died. But it's, as you say, like, if their med's in a good position here, it's really hard to get anything if you use through. If they call that Sean is actually really close big door, which he is, then they could catch him out, because they're coming up on their Uber very, very quickly. If they do take this big door, that would be an immense brain play.
Yeah, I think they're all positioning around it. Doge is ready to jump in, as they're going to get the Uber right now, and they've used it, but Sean's gone. Sean and Liam and Nexus all out choke, unable to be chased. Arnold will sacrifice his life for the cause along with Paulson. But yeah, they're going to get this Uber in a few seconds.
Those soldiers dying is not what you want to see right now. And it's just like Liam is just trying his best to hold them off at the choke. The Uber is now coming through. They use, but oh, Liam gets juggled backwards in this Uber, and it's too little too late. Moop does die, but it looks like Skaz is in absolutely no danger. They do repush and get this mid point, I should say, but that's unfortunately all that's going, and the soldier is jumping in, but there's so many insects around. He does get nothing there, unfortunately. Fair bit of damage. And Liam actually does die to Doge in the spamming from Big Door as well. Yeah. Doge is actually through above choke right now. It's taking a spam duel with...
Oh, he's got a
but he's on Sean. Oh,
good shot.
Yeah, Doge is playing so well. Unfortunately not playing out for him that time. But we do see... pretty much even Ubers, a little bit of ad on the side of Skaz, but their players are down, so they're not going to be able to make anything happen of it. And this is another even Ubers last stalemate, it's looking like. We do see the soldiers coming in. Paulson, they've taken down really low below the point. He may get out. No, Deft is going to meet him there. Deft is, only just winning that fight against Paulson. But now 100% Uber ad on Sean. They're just going to wait for their soldiers to spawn before they make their move here. But oh, they're forced in lobby. This is not good for them. They stood way too close. I don't see them getting anything with this.
But Deft and Dork are behind. Even if they've Ubered, it's still, like, it's even plays in last. I don't know about that. But Dork coming behind kills Connor, gets Sean as well. He wants Nexus, but Nexus will get him. And Nexus will actually get Doge as well with the bottle. Moop wants him and he will get him, but... Oh no, it leaves the lot open. Skaz alone in lobby. All of these players on South Australia are completely alone. I just don't think Western Australia quite realised it.
Yeah, Arnold going in for something there, a little cheeky at the end of that fight, and Paulson is really, really forward in the lobby. Looks like he's going to go for a back cap. He just does see the soldier. He is going for it. Oh, but there's two soldiers there. Unfortunately, nothing going for him there. Some nice rockets by Doge to keep him out of the fight. And now Connor is actually behind point.
Going for a bit of a
go for something. Oh, but he gets seen.
Oh,
he gets
no.
seen. Yachty walks through the door and
he gets
sees
the
him.
force.
But he gets the force still.
How does that happen? Surely that wasn't a force. Surely they wanted to use... I don't think Skaz took any damage.
Yeah, there are 3 down on the side, including Demo Man. This is pretty bad for Western Australia right now. They do opt to back all the way out of second and fight it from upper, as Sean is about 20% away from his Uber. The spawns are coming up right now, but it looks like it's too little. They can't really delay this point, and they're just going to see if they can repush out of last, I guess.
Yeah, they end up having the Uber advantage for 40%, but you've got Yachty. Yachty's all the way in last. They're forward in lobby and no one's checked.
Oh no.
That's a 3rd round for South Australia. We've only got 14 minutes left here, but a pretty slow game, but South Australia very in control, and Yachty coming up with a big play.
Yeah, it's a brain play from Yachty there. Never thought I'd say that. But yeah, brain play from Yachty there as we head into our 4th mid of this game. Arnold playing under the point. He has been seen out quite a bit. Lots of damage onto Paulson, and Arnold does jump in. Gets Skaz, that's good. And that's Yachty down on the other team. So it's 2 down here. The heals are now being played around by Sean. Deft is really, really forward, but Doge has a really, really good jump. Unfortunately, nothing going for him there as he does jump into an entire team. It was a bit hopeful to get anything, unfortunately. And we do see actually a spy being spawned on the side of Yachty. See if he can get anything done, or if it's going to be even worse than the Paulson spy.
He's decided otherwise. He's going to let Paulson carry the reputation of spy for the game. You can't follow it up, though. The drop. I mean, what else can you do? Drop and a demo man?
Yeah.
Like,
we do see this cap go, and now this is full ad. Looks like they're going to try to take it through river. Doge jumping forward, seeing if he can get anything. The arrows are being hit, but now this... push should come through river. Dork is playing on the Pipers. The Pyro looks like they haven't spotted him out. He jumps down, and this Pyro is shutting down this Uber really hard. Finally, the Pyro dies. The Heavy has not been focused at all. He does actually get taken down pretty low, but there's not too much going for Liam as unfortunate. Oh, he does actually manage to get the Heavy. Dies for it, though. Liam is spamming the Soldier out. Soldier is taken down so low. Dies to Nexus, and it's just Moop. Sticky's on the point, but that's too little too late, and this is the 1st round for Western Australia on the board, Michael.
Yeah, and that's a really, really quick response from Western Australia. Only 2 minutes for that round, and if they can continue that pace, just kind of their scouts kind of balling up on Sean. When that double soldier bomb came in, they just got shredded. As yeah, if they've maybe figured something out as to how South Australia's played, Western Australia might be back in it, as we're going to see a pretty early bomb from Doge onto Nexus. He will die instantly. And the scouts cleaning up their own kills. Liam will get the fadeaway onto Doge, as Paulson will clean up on the other side of mid. And they've got him in a bit of a pincer here.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a 3v3, although Liam wins the duel. Paulson hits some fat rockets onto Skaz. Deft is forced to just back out from this fight. He can't really take it against the scout with heals. Trying to buff his accuracy stats, I guess, hitting those 3s across the map. We do see this mid fall, but the refight is going to come in very soon from the red team, as all of their spawners are now up. They're going to see if they can get something onto Sean. The sniper actually coming out from Dork, seeing if he can hit anything. Unfortunately, I think he's been spotted out by now, and he's forced back. Arnold spamming out up top. He does actually get taken down very low. Arnold may die. Yeah, Arnold does die to Moop, and the presence up top is so much right now. It's really hard for the blue team to get their presence in right now. Paulson finally spamming it out. Looks like they're going to try to push this through Baby Door as the point does get capped rather. Still the ad up, and they do use it through main. That's the Roma going down as the first pick. Sticky's on the point being played. Deft in behind. No one's actually really seen him. Oh, but Nexus going huge. Cleaning up two really, really quick frags, and that is a quick answer. 2-3 on the board.
Yeah, really quick rounds coming out from Western Australia here. It's like I said, something must have just clicked for them. They've realised how they need to play, and South Australia in that last push just going all into spawn, not having anyone be able to protect the point. As, well, we've got Nexus and Moop coming in at about the same time. A lot of the same thing. Doge not getting as aggressive this time. He's going to leave Yachty to play under the enemy's side as Arnold's going to mirror him and get some early damage on the Moop. But Skaz will die instantly. Arnold, too low, will have to take the pack for his team. That is all of the health on mid gone for South Australia, as they are just going to look to play around Sean again as Nexus and Connor. They all go so low and they just get picked off one by one.
Doge and Dork just teaming up, and Deft rather, teaming up so much at the end of that fight. The Western Australia teams did such a good job of playing around their medic, but a really good bomb from Doge synced up by a flank from Dork just absolutely pincered them in their own choke and caused them all to die. It was all going their way, and unfortunately didn't quite eventuate for Western Australia there.
Yeah, and Doge is in a really sneaky spot. I don't know if he's waiting for someone to go under or if he's actually just waiting to cap. Oh no, I think he's definitely waiting for someone to go under. He hasn't moved at all, sitting on this wall, just peeking out. But yeah, he's not going to find anyone, and this might be really useful for South Australia when they decide to Uber in. Although yeah. I suppose if it's even Ubers, both meds did die on the mid, and I don't know what Doge will do in this position. I don't think he can't come out from under point because there's a gun watching that if he wants to.
If they sync up a bomb with his point play, or with the point play and then a bomb or something like that, they can successfully make
they're just in.
Look the wrong way. But they're going to trade, and they're going to use this as Doge walks on the point during the trade. He does actually get shut down really, really quickly, not before taking out Paulson. The gun gets spammed out too. Doge is only just dying under the point, and that's a lot of cap time. It looks like they're going to try to make it happen, and that is Nexus going down. The Romas exchanging spam with the scout on the point. Liam just doing it. The soldier jumping in. Unfortunately, nothing going for him there as Arnold is playing the Pyro class, and it's just the two forced to back out. Paulson going to make sure that they leave through that river area. Arnold coming in clutch for his team as that point cap nearly dropped. Yeah,
really good reflect onto the soldier behind the point there, and that's going to be Uber ad, though, for South Australia. They're going to keep their med alive in that. They're going to try this again in another 20-30 seconds.
Yeah, they do have more off classes on the side of Western Australia. The Pyro's still up from Arnold, and Connor rebuilding his sentry gun in the same spot there. Only level 2 at the moment for this push, but here it comes in. That's a really quick force. Arnold doing a good job of keeping most of this Uber out right now. Looks like this gun is spammed out. Soldiers die on the point, but it looks like the point is actually being played, and it was too many deaths on the side of blue team there. 2-4, and it looks like South Australia is gaining the upper hand in this game.
Yeah, they continued that play that we saw in the first 3 rounds, right? They just got back in, get that soldier aggression in, really playing off of it. Yachty got thrown around by the gun there, but that didn't matter. He was making a lot of space, forcing Sean all the way back.
Yeah, and he did actually manage to take out that gun in the end as well. We do see the double bomb from Paulson and Arnold get completely shut down right now, as Dork is now playing the side. Dork actually gets spammed out. A nice arrow from Sean keeping Paulson in, but Doge is right in on Sean. Liam dies too. Paulson. The trade onto Moop is big though. Connor is spamming out Deft right now. It looks like they're going to just see if they can keep their medic alive and hopefully repush it. Connor, pushing his luck a little bit, does choose to back out. All of the spawns and the Uberad are now up on the side of South Australia, but the mid does fall to Western Australia, Michael.
Yeah, I think just Sean, he had to go a little bit too far out of position there, a little too far forward to try and get that arrow on the Paulson. He wasn't really in any danger after killing Dork on that left-hand side, but Sean just wanting to get that arrow in early so Paulson could get some more aggression off, but ultimately costing him his life, as we've got some aggression through choke from South Australia. They're looking to get in without having to use their Uber, but
this is the wrap play. This is a big wrap, 2 down. Surely they force the Uber here. The Uber does get forced. Liam dies, Nexus dies. Oh, Sean, you need to run right now. He's trying to meet up with someone, I think, but he is actually forced to run. They're winning the post Uber actually as Connor comes in now. The heals just coming in. That was a DM fest from Paulson and Connor. Connor going absolutely huge for his team. Paulson trying to get something cheeky in lobby, but ultimately the Yachty gets out there on 10 health. But this is now a complete turnaround, and they are with full Uber ready to push into South Australia's last.
Yeah, that was some wrinkly brain play by Western Australia that I wouldn't expect anything less from them, as they're going to have Dork come in lower. He'll do a little bit of damage, but get nothing at the end of the day. As you're going to see both soldiers pretty aggressive towards that shutter area. Doge looking to pressure under Yachty on the pipe, but we're going to see the Western Australian Uber come through river now. And there's no off passes on the side of South Australia, so they might just be able to play point, clear these sticks, and then win the round. Arnold doing a lot of damage
from Arnold. That was huge from Arnold. 2 or 3 frags on the point as he draws everyone to it. That was really big from Arnold. There's only 1 round between them with about 5 minutes left. I'm really keen to see what South Australia bring to this mid here, Michael.
Yeah, I want to see more aggression. Doge, Yachty in. You know, that's how they've been winning these mids previously. We've got Doge playing a little bit more passively, and Yachty hiding a bit, but he's been forced back into his own big door as Moop is going to go down to Arnold pretty quickly, and we're going to see both soldiers down on the side of Western Australia, but the demo down on the side of South Australia, as they're going to get Dork as well, and a lot of the control on this mid fight is going down on the South Australian side. Yachty's still not doing a lot. He'll bomb Connor and
jump in, manage to get Connor, but he does trade his life for it in the end. Nexus is doing a lot, but the rocket jump from Doge is just so good at this, knowing when to jump and hitting his rockets when he does, and he manages to clean up
the
Sean.
double bomb though, right on the Skaz. They'll both miss the ground and end up on the low ground.
But finally, Skaz dies. Paulson looks like he's going to die too. Dork coming in with this big cleanup. Everyone else losing their life. Just Arnold fleeing. He dies too to Dork right at the end of that fight. And this is looking pretty bad for Western Australia right now.
Yeah, that's... Look, they got the medic pick and they got it late. Western Australia ending up with, what, about 35 ad here. They are going to try and hold second. I think South Australia might let them have it once the spawns come up, because they know it's their disad, right? And they're also in the lead. They don't need to force anything that will give Western Australia an in to this game with only 3 minutes left.
Yeah, exactly. And we do see the blue team, or Western Australia rather, holding this. Doge is in a gremlin position under, and Yachty is in a gremlin position above choke. If they push choke, they're going to have a lot of soldiers to deal with right now. Yachty is forced to back out, drops just a little bit too soon, and they yeah, he takes a lot of heals from his medic right there. But Doge is still in drop down. Doge is going to jump. This is the timing that I've been talking about from Doge. Although he's a little too late this time.
Yeah, they know he's there though. They saw him when they were coming in as he had to back up a little bit. He's going to have to end up going behind. And I think Paulson, he's worrying a little bit. Liam's going to end up dying. I think that was on the flank.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure where that was, but Skaz is taken down really low and has to back out, but the 2 soldiers are actually in the blue choke right now, caught away from their medic. Def dies, 3 down now on the side. Really, really quickly. 2 soldiers and a scout, and it looks like this second is going to fall to Western Australia very, very easily. They push it through big door. Ubers are pretty much even right now, but if they're fast, they can, and it does look like that's what they're trying to do, really cheese this into the last before the spawns come in, and that Paulson. Is Skaz going down to Paulson. That's what they needed right now, but they're overstaying their welcome as they just need to get out.
And leave. Okay, yeah, but they've gotten out. This is not too bad for Western Australia. They're going to end up with, I mean, essentially full Uber red. No one's making a play onto them. They're going to get... Oh, will they just got back spawned so close.
Yeah, that's really rough for them right now, as that does set them up to not necessarily be able to fight this second as quickly as they want, and it's giving the red team time to set up right now, and they are fighting this from the upper area. Looks like looks like they're opting to push through big door now, Western Australia, but South Australia defending it really well from upper, but they're wrapping them right now. They're wrapping them into the lobby, and South Australia are forced to just run back onto their last and take this, but it looks like the Uber is going to move through main right now. It does get used through main. Just a heavy as the off-class Deft gets cleaned up pretty quickly, and the scout on the point is taken down pretty low, but they do actually manage to win that against Connor. And it's just Doge really low on the point, and Dork really low on the point, but it is right now just Nexus and...
No.
Oh,
Okay.
the lag. No, it's coming in. It looks like Nexus does lose this. Sean